Hi, good evening, love talkers. How far is too far when your friends are too much in your partner's life?
Or take over your relationship.
Have you heard your partner saying, listen, I'm going down the pub? Hopefully he won't say that, but if he does and comes back like 5-6 hours later, have you heard your partner saying, listen, I'm going to go out shopping with my girlfriends and you won't see her until the shopping center's closed?
Oh yeah, that rings a bell.
So today we're talking about this. In fact, we have a panel of people here, married and single alike, who have experienced this somewhat. But before that, we did a very hopefully funny sketch that we want you to see what happens, what can happen when friends are too much into your relationship. We'll be right back here in the studio. You know, next time don't invite me to eat in your house, popcorn in your house, watching my team win. That's too humiliating, Michael.
Look, it's about to start. Come on, you Reds. We're gonna do it.
Let me see. Oh, it's the wife. 1 second. Hello, hi, babes. I'm just at Michael's. Just gonna watch 5-10 minutes of the match, and I'm gonna go. No, I didn't forget that we're going out for dinner. I remember. I'll meet you in about 10 minutes, okay? All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
Dinner? You didn't say anything.
Yeah, I think I forgot, man. But you know, she knows I'm watching the match. She's okay to wait a little bit.
Oh! Did you see?
That was close. That was close. We have Chesney on the goal. We're okay. We have the Guardian. Come on, Cazorla. Come on, Cazorla. Yes! 1-0. Hey man, I'm watching this in your house. I'm watching Arsenal beat you in your house, Michael. Eating your food, free food. Oh my gosh. 1-0. One second. I think it's her again, Michael. Hi, babes. Hi. Sorry. It's just that Arsenal scored. We're ahead. Can I just finish watching the second half? No, I didn't forget. I know. I'm so sorry. As soon as I finish, I'll go there. It's because we're doing so well. We're playing really well. I'll make it up to you, okay? All right. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.
Listen, I think we should go, right?
She understands, you know, Arsenal's my passion. There's wife, Arsenal, so, you know, very close together. Let's go, she'll understand. You see, it was worth, I know my wife's gonna be upset, but 2-0 is not every day Arsenal beats Liverpool 2-0. So, Mike, thanks for the invitation.
All right. Next time it's yours.
Say hello to Chris. Well, I'm gonna come and watch in your house again so I can eat your free food and watch Arsenal beat Liverpool.
All right.
See you.
Take care. All the best.
By the way, what you saw there is what happens typically when men get together. I imagine when women get together, something similar happens.
We should have done one with the ladies, you know. But not 45 minutes later, maybe what? 9 hours later or something?
In the shopping. When the shopping center closes down. Now we have a panel here with us. We have some experienced people, some less experienced people. So we have Charles, Daisy, Tanya, Helder, and Anna. I got everyone's name right.
Thanks for coming.
So guys, I wanna talk to you about today. How far is too far when your friends get too involved in your relationship, or not get too involved, but when friends take a more important role than your partner? How far is too far? When is it okay? When is it not okay?
If you don't mind, I'll just start. To sum it up, I think there should be a right balance, because there are times when you are thinking about yourself alone, you're not thinking about the other partner, and then you just end up going too far. I know the ladies do it more than the men. But,
do they? Are you sure? That's not what I've heard.
Well, if you think about 9 hours shopping or 45 minutes in football,
it's not 45 minutes in football. It's
each house.
It's an hour and a half plus the time for the burger and the hot dog and so on.
Absolutely.
Maybe he's talking about his own thing, you know, his own.
Yeah, I think balance is right. Is just needed in this. So,
but am I right thinking that in your guys' relationship was it you, Daisy? That was the problem in the beginning.
Yes, it was me who struggled with the balance, and it all begins because I was single, and when I just got married, it was something new for me. And when I was single, I never used to ask anybody to go anywhere. So I would just get up and go, finish work, I'm going to see my cousin, and I would stay there. I remember the first time it happened, I was even angry with him because I didn't understand, what is it? I'm just going to see my cousin.
So Charles would be on your case?
No, he just called after like 10 o'clock in the night. Daisy, where are you? My cousin. And I haven't told him. I completely forgot telling him.
10 o'clock at night?
Yes, I was still in my cousin's house.
Okay.
You forgot you were married?
Yes. So he's looking at me and saying, he's not understanding. What? I just went to see my cousin. So it was really a struggle for me at the beginning. And it's all to do with knowing, actually saying something to him. I believe if I told him that where I'm going, he will be okay. But the fact that he didn't know where I was, and it's 10 o'clock in the night. So, yes, it was a struggle.
By the way, we have the single one of the bunch. Anna, sorry to put you on the spot with the single word, but have you experienced this before, or am I right in thinking that you experienced the opposite? Tell us.
Yes, I experienced the complete opposite of that. When we got together, we kind of sort of abandoned all of our friends and just spent all our time with each other. And then in the process of the whole 8 years that we were together, we sort of lost the friendships, which was really hard once the relationship broke down, because then there was no one there at the end.
Usually when couples like exclude single friends and so on, they adopt other friends that are couples. Did you guys do that, or it was just like a world of just the two of you?
I think it was more of a world of just us two.
That's
we did like sometimes hang out more with his friends and once in a while do our own things, but for the majority of the parts we used to just hang out together.
Was there any reason? Any particular reason?
No,
or?
I think it was because we were so young when we got together. I was only 13.
That's very...
Yeah.
8 years relationship.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think because it was like the novelty of the relationship and just wanting to be together all the time, and it just became a habit. So even when we got older, because we already lost the friendships and we were in the habit of spending so much time together, it became harder to get out of that routine.
Right.
So your opinion about having friends outside the relationship has changed somewhat?
Yes. I think now it's really important, like I agree, it's really important to have a balance, just so that you've still got your friends there. If it does break down, I mean, people get married because they think that the relationship won't break down, but obviously people still get divorced. So I think it's important to have a support network there, and just have a sort of change of scenery once in a while as well.
And also because we were saying, Linda, that there are things that you do that your partner can't help you. For example, I wouldn't be caught dead or alive in a shopping center for 5 hours helping you to shop, but I'm sure your girlfriends will be very happy to help you.
You wouldn't, you know why? Because I shop online a lot. I hate shopping myself. Yeah. So, but yes, indeed, I would go. You would see me more going out to the park for breakfast in the morning or something with a friend from time to time, and then I'll take my time. But that's it, really. But I can't drag him to a shopping center.
And that thing of taking your time, that is the problem.
Because he calls me all the time.
So
where are you?
What about you, Helder and Tanya? You guys are very quiet. Tell us, have you had any situations like that? You're passing the microphone to Tanya. You want to hide something?
When we first moved in, everything was nice. We've always liked to be around people. So we used to have a lot of barbecues, summertime. But then things got a little bit too much.
Oh, so you were the opposite of Anna.
They would stay out till about 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Outside, drinking, smoking, doing all that stuff. I will be inside because it'll come to a certain time of the night and I'll be going, no, I've had enough. And it was really extreme, I thought. Yeah, it was really bad.
So your friends were breaking up your relationship, and the neighbors.
No, but our neighbors would join in.
Oh,
Really?
okay, okay,
That
okay.
wouldn't help.
So yeah, it was for about 6 months.
Yeah, about six.
About 6 months. It was like
So
that. Yeah.
your friend sort of moved into your house almost.
Yeah,
every
pretty
day.
much. Pretty much.
Was that mostly Helder's friends or your friends?
Yeah, held as friends.
Right, we want to hear about that.
Yeah, it was mostly my friends, or even neighbors that used to live next to us. And because most of them were single,
Okay.
so, you know, there was no worries and no Tanya, you know, stop it, enough. So, yeah, we would just stay there, you know, just talking,
So I
smoking,
can see your
drinking.
strategy. His strategy was, I'm not going out, but they are coming in. You know what I mean? They are coming to
Yeah,
my
that's
house.
what I thought.
Wife.
That's what I thought. That's what I thought as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So as long as she knows where I am, she could just come to the window and I'm there. No thinking like.
Can you see? This is very clever.
So I would have my way, but I would just take it too much, too far.
Yeah.
I stay until about 4 or 5.
Because the thing is, when you're with people like friends, people that you like, that you love, even if your partner approves of it, you sort of lose track of time,
Yeah, you do.
right?
Well, maybe I have a quick question for Helder. Forgive me. There's someone asking a question, which we will answer now on the show. My husband prefers his close friend over me. What should I do? What would be your advice to this person?
What, to the lady or?
Yeah.
To the lady.
She's complaining. My husband prefers his friends.
I think what she needs to
Over
do
me.
is just to tell him what she wants from him, instead of just waiting for him to take the first step.
But don't you think she already did? No.
I'm not sure if she did or not, but if she did, I think she should just keep asking, because Tanya left me comfortable, so I was just kept doing
Getting
it.
really comfortable.
I just kept doing it. For some time. So I just kept doing it. So she wasn't complaining. So I thought, she can see me where I am. She knows who I'm with. So I'm just gonna carry
So
on
when
doing
she
it.
told you that it was a problem, then did you change?
Not straight away. It took it took some time, you know, because my friends were used to come over, and I couldn't just tell them, listen, I can't, because she doesn't approve it, or she wants to spend time with me. So gradually, I cut them off.
Okay.
You cut them off, all of them.
But yeah.
All of them. But I hope that you still have some friends, that you're not like Anna was before.
No, I still do have some friends, yeah, but they're more like couples friends now than just singles.
Okay.
Well, we are going to hear some more questions after the break.
In fact, after the break, I want to hear from Daisy. Because you're like the odd one out, because usually the man is the one who is out with his friends all the time. We want to know about you. You were a rebel, Daisy.
Yeah. She doesn't look like one, but so well behaved.
You were an unintentional rebel, right? Because it wasn't intentional.
So, yeah, without thinking.
Yeah. And by the way, when we come back at the end of the second half, we want to tell you how healthy it is, or until what point it is healthy to have friends outside that relationship. Surely a world doesn't revolve around a house with 2 people only. That is the most sacred thing that exists, but there is a life outside that as well. And we're going to talk about also boundaries, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable, especially when you talk about the opposite sex. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We're going to hear now from Daisy about her rebellious days, right, Daisy, when you first got married?
Yes.
How you were unintentionally rebellious.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
I remember a few times actually whereby I'll finish work, and that used to be my routine when I was single. So I'll finish work and I'll go and see my cousin. He's got children, so I used to love going and see the kids. And sometimes I'll stay there without even thinking. When I was single, I even used to sleep there and come home the next day.
When you were single, right?
When I was single.
Don't even ask if she did that.
Did you do that when you were married?
No.
Okay.
I've never done that. But what I used to, when I got married, what I used to do now was I will finish work and then I'll go and see my cousin. And I'll completely forget about the time. It's not like I was intending to stay there. But what I wouldn't do, which was bad, unintentional, I would say that, because I wouldn't call him to say, okay, Charles, I'm going to my cousin's house. I wouldn't say that.
How did you change that? How did you remind yourself that, you know, I need to give Charles a call, let him know where I am, and so on?
I think the most important thing was the communication. As soon as I go home, he says, look, Daisy, I do not disagree you're going to see your cousin, but I need to know where you are. And then I realized, you know what, you're not single anymore. It has to keep playing in my head. Because when I was single, I don't need to tell anybody. I don't just go and do my thing. So he kept saying to me that, because at first I was getting upset, and I think he doesn't understand this and that. He wants to be with, okay, let's go shopping. We go shopping, and then he got upset because he can't stand the shopping. So then he says, no, I don't want to go with. So I said, what do you want? And then I didn't realize, you know, it's so funny because I didn't realize what he wanted is not to be in control of me, because that's what I thought.
You
he
realized
wants to be with you.
He just wants to make sure that first I'm safe, and secondly, he knows where I was, because even up to now, I have friends. And I go out, and he knows. And I'll tell him beforehand, this weekend I'm going to see so we're going for a cup of tea.
Was it you, Daisy, that were telling me a couple of weeks ago your husband spent, I think, a week or two away, and you said, oh, my house doesn't feel the same without Charles?
Yes, he went away for a week. It was horrible. It was really horrible. And that's when I realized, do you know what? It can't be lonely. You expect when you come from work, you expect him to be there. And when he comes from work, you expect me to be there. So it can be really lonely,
She just said something that is very, very important. Maybe it's the reason behind people having the need, obsessed need, I don't know if I can use this word, of having many, many friends. There is a root there, like, oh, you know, I need someone there. I don't want to be alone, but the person is not alone, but he starts saying, I want to have people around me all the time.
Yes. And I think with the friends is to know when to do it. Because, for example, now, if I want to really spend like the whole day with my friends, I'll make sure that he's at work, I'm alone. So I'm at home. So he doesn't really miss me, kind of. I'll take a day off at work. I'll go with my friend, do what we need to do. When I come home, he's home. So I'm there. So it wouldn't, but before I wouldn't think that way. I would just think, well, Saturday I'm off.
That's great.
Okay.
Now, there's a little bit of a problem when you talk about friends. When you talk about friends of the opposite sex, right? Because there's certain lines you can't cross, certain things you can't do. And what is it that a friend of the opposite sex cannot do? What is a line they can't cross? Helder, for you.
To me, I think they just have to respect my partner. You know, look at her like she's my partner instead of just a flatmate. And that's it, really.
But it's also important that, for example, you show them the line. Because...
High five for that one. High five for that one.
Men can be a bit naive sometimes. I'm sorry, I have to say this because it's true. You know, and see everything. No, there's no problem. And then the girlfriend, the wife, or she's there watching everything, but he can't see what's happening, and this brings a lot of problems.
So he has to set the rules.
Yeah, indeed.
No, I mean, when Tanya told me that once, the first time, I went to her and asked her, look, has she ever done anything bad to you? She goes, no, she just doesn't like me, meaning Tanya doesn't like her. I said, well, how can she not like you if she doesn't even know?
Until the point that Tanya told you that, you didn't even think there was an issue between those.
No.
I'll tell you when you would realize when the woman would come and say to him, listen, just leave your wife and let's go off together somewhere, or, you know what I mean? Then you will realize she's up to something.
Unfortunately, men sometimes are naive like that.
Yeah, they need us. They need us.
I agree with that,
Hannah, what do you think are, you know, what's the line that friends of the opposite sex cannot cross for you?
I think I really agree with that. You just respect the other person. I've been on kind of both sides. I've been in the relationship watching someone else, obviously being really into my boyfriend. And I've also been on the outside actually really liking someone who was in a relationship.
Okay.
And I think you just need to respect the fact that they are in a relationship and not expect anything to come of your friendship. I think as long as you behave appropriately and don't like try it on or anything, then I don't think it's...
So is it, from what you said, is it fair to say that a friendship with someone of the opposite sex can become complicated sometimes?
I think it can become very complicated, especially if there's feelings involved. And I think it's always best to just be really honest with yourself about how you can handle it. So if you do like someone who's in a relationship, just be honest to yourself whether you can handle being friends with that person when you know that you can't be with them and that you can behave appropriately, because if you feel like you can't, then you shouldn't really be friends.
So what should someone do? Anna, if I like someone of the opposite sex, for example, if, let's say, and she's in a relationship but I have feelings for this person, should I act on my feelings or step back? What do you think?
I think you should step back. I don't think you should act on your feelings because that will put a strain on their relationship as well. And if they end up breaking up because of it, you'll feel really bad as well. And
so it's dangerous ground you're treading, right?
Yeah, definitely.
But the truth is, you know, we can't live without friends, right?
I love my friends.
Yeah, and I love my friends, and I love you. But the truth is that, you know, like we were saying earlier, there are things that your friends do with you that you can never do with your partner.
Yes, it is healthy to have friends. It is healthy. You know, sometimes you want to talk about girly things and you don't want to bore your partner with, you know, your nail broke today or something happened to your dress. You know, silly things, or just...
Actually, should we give an example? We were getting ready to come on the program today and Elena said, look, do you prefer my hair like this or like it was before? Then I said, how was it before?
Mind you, before was just a few seconds ago.
Yes, before when? 5 minutes ago. I said, wasn't it the same?
He couldn't remember what I was, anyway, yeah,
but
this happens.
You know, but that's the thing, for example, women, they'll notice if your eyebrows are different, if your makeup is different. And if you put an earring that is half an inch longer, she'll say, that one.
Yeah, that one is better than the other one. It's true, but we all need to have some time with our friends. We are not here saying that, you know, you shouldn't have any friends. No. Although I still believe that the only opposite sex friends you should have is your mom and dad and brothers and sisters, and it's very, very carefully chosen other ones.
Mom opposite sex, dad not opposite sex, right?
Yeah, now you caught me on my English. Anyway, I'm sure you understood. But yeah, you choose carefully, that's what I mean.
That's saying that relationship with the opposite sex can be difficult.
Yeah.
Now, Hannah, just picking up on what you said in the first half, you said that you realize now how important friends are, even outside of a relationship. And you understand they play a healthy part in your relationship.
Yeah, definitely. I think spending regular time with friends can also be good time apart. So you're not constantly at each other at home. And just so if the relationship breaks down as well, it's not like your routine has completely been taken apart. You've got some kind of routine still there that you've been doing all this time. Like for me, it was the kind of like my life had completely changed because everything I knew for 8 years was gone, and I had nothing to fall back on. So I think that made it a lot harder.
Maybe Anna, you can answer a quick question. Do we have time? From someone, a man. He says, wife wants to spend too much time with me. My wife wants to spend nearly every waking hour with me, and when we are not together, she texts, she calls constantly. We have been married a little under a year and have no kids. She wasn't like this before, so what would you tell this bloke? What should he do?
I think should explain to her that how he feels without making her feel like he's trying to get rid of her. I think there's a bit of a danger there, maybe? That she might feel like he's trying to get away from her. So make her feel loved, and when they're together, just make her feel like she's all he cares about. But then also just say, look, you shouldn't do that all the time. We do need to have our own space, and it's nothing personal.
That's borderline stalking, right?
Yeah. And I think that's can be unhealthy as well, because it can make the guy feel like you can't breathe. Like you can't trust him, which lack of trust is not good for a relationship.
Thank you.
Yes, Charles, your comment will be the last. Make it a good one. Actually, you didn't speak that much, so it's good that your comment is the last one. You have the first word and the last word.
Yeah, I was just thinking, just making sure that he can actually find out from her to see what her interests are, and to gradually, guide her in that direction for her to do something, that she value more, maybe with time with her friends. Find out her interests. Maybe that will help get her involved in things more, because the man will get more irritated when every minute, you're texting every minute. Not because he doesn't love her. I'm sure he loves her. But
why do I feel that you're speaking out of experience, Charles?
No, for me, I can't handle nagging and so on. But it's all about balance. It's got to be the right balance. Time, you can spend time with your friends. Because we have all these needs are there. We need to satisfy these various needs, but the balance should be right. So,
guys, thank you very much for coming. And just on that note, it's not healthy for yourself as a person to build a life where you have no friends outside your relationship. First of all, because your partner can never ever fulfill all the needs you have in everything in life. Surely your partner will fulfill most of your needs, but there are things that happen outside that relationship that are important to you.
Yeah, I think you should respect your partner's time with his friends. I'm not talking about, staying the whole night having drinks like our friend he used to do.
Even though he used to do it at home.
With his partner right there. But, very good technique. I've never heard of this one.
It's a new one.
But, actually, you will thank his friends because they're doing him some good. He needs to, he needs some time to himself. He needs to watch some football. Let him unwind, and you will see that you'll have someone close to you who's a lot more relaxed.
Yeah, and actually, when there are these friends that are important, that are healthy to have outside the relationship, it actually gives you something to talk about, something to discuss what you did, together, and that can be quite healthy. So I don't think any relationship, any person can live without these important friends outside the relationship that play some part in that person's life, some time of their day, even though without a doubt, the majority of their time will be spent with you, the partner. But remember, if it's something excessive, then there has to be a balance.
Communication, isn't it? That's what we always say.
That's right. But friends are a healthy thing to have all the time, always. Okay? It's been a pleasure to be with you. Until next time, have a wonderful evening.